Milos Sarcev for Muscular Development, Ferrigno Legacy wrap-up. We've seen today a tremendous show. There was 23 competitors, and top 5 in this lineup can be top 5 at Olympia. We've seen a battle between Cedric McMillan and Brandon Curry. Now, whoever was following MD, play-by-play, I said after prejudging that Brandon is, the definite winner. And then along the way, during the finals, I actually, started writing that I would not be surprised if Cedric wins. Cedric was really convincing tonight. He was actually beating Brandon from a back poses, but I still think that Brandon is rightful champion. Brandon has that wow factor and the physique that can really one day be Mr. Olympia. I talked to Brandon and he's all set up to do that next year. We all know that he was in Kuwait with the Camel crew on anabolic chicken and really made such improvements that if he matched those improvements next year, Phil Heath, Big Ramy and other guys are going to be in trouble. Now, what to say about Cedric? Cedric has one of those aesthetically pleasing physiques that really stands out. He's a mass monster, but aesthetic mass monster. His presentation is always on point. He is a crowd favorite, but I think that he just narrowly lost and deserving so from Brandon. Third place, Josh Wade. As you can see during our interview, he looks like Dorian, and he probably trains, lives, and eats like Dorian. He is a consummate professional. He loves bodybuilding. This was his 5th show, and as you heard, he does this day in, day out, year around. He's going to be back next year and probably better than ever. He gained tremendous amount of size this year, and with this kind of improvements, with the complete package that he has, nothing is missing, always in grand condition, Josh can become a top contender. Now, battle for 4th and 5th place was between Jose Raymond and Manuel Romero. Now, after prejudging, I've seen Manuel winning, because he has just tremendous amount of muscle size, aesthetics, body parts that you can just kill for. And I really think that Manuel is in the future. I'm fortunate to be his coach. We just started working 6 weeks ago, and already the improvements that he made makes me a believer that by next year he's going to become top contender. And he needs to earn the respect of all the people in the judging panel and the audience. Just watch for Manuel. However, tonight, probably on a back double biceps pose, Jose Raymond beat him. He was a little bit better conditioned. We lost a little conditioning, by the evening. And Jose is a crowd favorite. I mean, he is, David that is beating Goliaths. As you heard, he has all the respect for Phil Heath. He didn't want to suggest that 12 guys should be compared to the overall, Mr. Olympia champion. He believes that it should be separate. Even though he's great friends with Flex Lewis, he wouldn't think that the Flex would have a chance. As he said, I've been next to Phil, and he is just unbeatable. Now, a 212-pound guy entering the open division and doing so good can probably open, all the other 12 guys. And I was always believing that Flex should, come back to open and start competing in open division. I don't know if he is really up for it, but hopefully, he's going to do it. Now, there's also, I'm going to use this opportunity to say something. There's a tremendous amount of bodybuilders from Iran. They're just spectacular. I don't know if you guys follow on social media. There are so many great champions, and one in particular, Hadi Chopin. He was qualified for Mr. Olympia. He's supposed to compete, but he couldn't get the visa. Now, I would urge IBB and whoever is in position to help guys like this make it to the Olympia. I would really, say this as my mission as well. Top guys should compete at the Olympia. Now, to go to the classic physique, we've seen Robert Timms, who actually wasn't even a factor of Mr. Olympia, but I believe he has a Mr. Olympia winning physique. He brought it today. He nailed it. He won. I think he could have been a little bit sharper, but he was 15 pounds heavier. So I predict big things for Robert Timms. And just to wrap up, this was a tremendous show. It's growing big time. I think that next year, as promoter Chris said, is going to be a pro bikini, a pro figure, pro fitness, and all the bodybuilding, men's physique and classic physique. So I can't wait for next year. For Muscular Development, this is Milos Sarcev.